Welcome to the 2010 NFL Draft Roundtable Special. I'm Sports Editor Jeremy Smith.
Editorial Editor Ian Green.
Staff Writer Fanaroff.
Staff Writer Ryan Lynch.
And we're covering everything you need to know for today's NFL Draft, including the first pick, with the St. Louis Rams obviously have is, will they take an offensive tackle? Obviously, will they take Ndamukong Suh, or will they take Sam Bradford? Daniel, if you were head of the St. Louis Rams, who would you take?
Sam Bradford. They just released Mark Bolger. They have no quarterback. Sam Bradford's the only option in my book.
Right.
Last time I checked, this Kyle Bull. Not too great. So yeah, I definitely, I guess you would go with Sam Bradford first.
Yeah, but Ian, what good is a quarterback if you don't have a line or a defensive line?
The thing is that they need quarterbacks in the most important position in the NFL. They need to have a kind of a face of their franchise. They need kind of that to attract their fans. I'm not sure if Sam Bradford will be a star, but I think they have to do it. But I feel like it's better to almost draft a quarterback in the second round. So then there's maybe not as much pressure, but what can you do?
But if you were told that you were going to get a guy who, I don't know, maybe is like Joe Flacco, or you would get a guy who's just an an amazing defensive tackle, who would you take? Would you rather have a Pro Bowl defensive tackle or an every down quarterback?
I think I'd go with Ian. I agree. I think you take the tackle first, maybe look to draft a quarterback second. These quarterbacks don't pan out usually. They don't pan out usually too well, especially when look at Matthew Stafford with the Lions. With no line, they get roughed up, they get injured. I don't think it's a good situation. And I agree with you. You draft the tackle first, quarterback later.
What do you think? There's any wisdom in maybe trading down to get a couple picks there, and multiple picks in the first round, and multiple picks in the second round?
Kind of like the Patriots.
Yeah, kind of like the Patriots. Well, also the Patriots. If you look at Bill Belichick and Bob Kraft, the things they've done over the past 10 years, they've drafted tackle after guard, after just everybody on the line, just big 300-pound guys to protect Tom Brady. And I mean, obviously they have Tom Brady, which is why they've won.
Yeah, and they got him in the 6th round.
I know, but do you think there's any ways to maybe trading down to get a couple great tackles?
I think that there's definitely, I wouldn't, if they were to trade down to have a few picks late in the second round, I definitely wouldn't be surprised, nor would I disagree with it. I think it'd be a smart decision. And they probably wouldn't be able to get Sam Bradford that way. So it kind of depends on who they want. If they want to get Sam Bradford, take a first pick. If they want to trade down and get a decent quarterback and a potentially good offensive tackle as well, I would trade down.
The other thing that goes into it is the money aspect. As in, you're paying Sam Bradford like $35 million guaranteed. Who's paying a ridiculous amount of money for someone who's never been down in the NFL.
Well, there also might be some wisdom in taking Ndamukong Suh first pick and then maybe taking Colt McCoy a little later, because I don't know if you guys know, there are a lot of great quarterbacks coming to this year's draft, whereas last year, I mean, there were some good quarterbacks, Matt Sanchez, Josh Freeman, Matthew Stafford, but I don't know, it seems like this year's very deep. And I don't think you can find a defensive tackle as well in the second or third round as you can find as good of a quarterback. But
yeah, they can even get Jimmy Clausen if they trade
Jimmy
down
Clausen,
a little bit down to the first
Colt
round.
McCoy, Tim Tebow, if you like that option. There's a lot of wisdom in that, but let's move on to the Washington Redskins' 4th pick this year. There's a lot of things. Will they take a quarterback? Because Dan Snyder, I think, has drafted over 5 quarterbacks in the last 10 years. Obviously, a lot of them have worked out very well. But Daniel, what do you think the Redskins should take? Should they take an offensive tackle?
I think that they should take Russell Okung with the 4th pick of the draft. I think that their offensive tackle has been plagued by injury, and they need to fill that gap quick.
Chris Samuels, their Pro Bowl left guard, recently retired.
Randy Thomas is also hurt. They've lost a lot of injured offensive tackles, and they need a good one, and they need a good one quick. They just had the acquisition of Donovan McNabb, which I think is a solid decision. It may not help them in the long run, but for the next 3 to 4 years, it'll be a good pick, and they need someone to keep him healthy, because when he's not healthy, as you saw with the Eagles, he sucks.
Yeah, I definitely feel that we're us Redskins fans, we're very happy to have Donovan McNabb.
Yeah,
sorry,
some
Daniel.
Philly fans have appreciated it.
No,
so.
but I definitely think the Skins, they need to draft a tackle, protect Donovan McNabb, and build for the future.
And that's all the time we have. I'm Jeremy Smith, Ian Green, Daniel Fanaroff, Ryan Lynch. Enjoy the draft, everyone.